What's up, guys? It's John here. Today we are in the Transit 250 and we are almost to 100,000 miles. Right now we're at 96,648. So a little bit further, I'll probably hit 100,000 this month. Well, I will definitely hit it this month. As you know, if you've watched any of my videos, this is a work van and I travel a decent amount for work. It's kind of like my mobile office. I'm in a lot of hotels all over the Southeast and of the United States, by the way, for all of our other viewers. And yeah, so we travel a lot, put a lot of miles on this vehicle. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, I have had some issues out of this van. Kind of basic stuff. It's had a couple of recalls. One was electrical. One was due to the drivetrain, and that's been fixed like 3 or 4 times now. So a lot of little things have gone on with this van that weren't exactly ideal from the manufacturer. Ford has technically taken care of most of those things. Trying to be as nice as possible about that. The roof still has a little leak in it up here. When it rains really, really hard, it comes in. It's not a flood or anything, it's just a little water. So I am going to get in there eventually and just seal it up, some Flex Seal or something like that, and you know, get that taken care of. That's not a huge issue. It doesn't impede me from doing my job or anything like that, so that's not the worst. The drivetrain thing, they say it's been fixed, but you know, when you get this vehicle up to about 60 to 70 miles an hour on the interstate, every now and again you can feel it get out of balance, and it'll vibrate pretty. I mean, it shakes pretty decently. I mean, it's not something I would say is like a it doesn't feel like you're going to come off the road any minute, but it definitely feels like at some point that drive chain is going to come loose or snap off in there. And again, I'm no professional on that. That's just what it feels like. You know, 60, 70 miles an hour, it's a major vibration, and it's not constant. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. You know, every single day it will do it, you know, several times throughout the day. I just, you know, 60 miles an hour, it'll do it for a few seconds and then stop. Then it'll do it for 10 seconds and then stop. And there's really no rhyme or reason as to what's going on. We've talked to Ford about it. I've watched other YouTube videos. People have talked about it. You know, some people have put a camera on the drivetrain and watched it kind of vibrate and shake when it happens. I don't know that there is a fix. Everyone I've talked to has said that, you know, Ford's aware of the problem. Supposedly the drivetrain issue that's in the recall fixes it, but it hasn't fixed it so far. Now, here's the real point of this video. 100,000 miles in this van. How do I feel about it? It's actually been pretty good. I mean, reliability wise, never an issue as far as cranking up, running, anything like that. This van has been down by Fort Lauderdale. It has been up by Chicago and all points in between. So already we've really put it through its paces. We've really put some time in the van, and I feel good about it. It's worked out very, very well. We don't have to really worry much about this van as far as getting us where we need to go. The van has been great. Now, obviously, with any new vehicle, you're going to have some issues. There's going to be stuff like that that goes on, and you're just going to have to go with the recalls. Thankfully, it hasn't been anything that's been too life-threatening that I know of, so that's been a plus. The little leak in the roof, I mean, I don't know how that happens. You would think in this day and age with manufacturing that it would be pretty exact and you wouldn't have to worry about that, but it is what it is. It's not a big deal. I'll take care of it. It just hasn't bothered me enough to do it yet. But with all the miles we've put on this van, man, it's been really nice having this thing. The storage inside is great. The ride inside is, for the most part, really, really comfortable. With the exception of the vibrating issue. Everything else about the inside of the van feels pretty nice, pretty comfortable. When it is very, very cold outside, you can kind of feel some cold, drafty spots around the doors, but that's not really a big issue. It doesn't really concern me. When it is that cold outside, I'm typically dressed in layers, and a little draftiness doesn't really affect me that much. Heat and air work very, very well. Radio works very, very well. Some Bluetooth connectivity issues here and there, but that could be anything really. You know, it could be interference from something that's nearby, maybe a tower. It could be the phone. It could be the radio's Bluetooth or anything. So I try not to focus too much on that. Any radio like that, you're probably going to have a little bit of issue here and there out of the radio itself. Not a huge issue. So 10,000 miles in so far, I do still like this van. Everything else about it has been no issue. If you, like I say, if you've seen some of my other videos, you're probably doubting that right now, but trust me. It's taken us a long way. We've come a long way in it, and I'm happy about it. Now, what I want to know from you is, how has your transit van performed? I want to know, have you got yours up to 100,000 miles? How far past 100,000 are you? How is your transit van performing on a daily basis? And what issues have you had? Let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys and kind of get some other people's perspective on this. I've made several videos about the transit and some of the problems and some of the things I love about it. And I'm really hoping to open up the conversation to you guys to see what you think. So thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.